Bitcoin is dead. It is official. It is over. The coronavirus killed Bitcoin. Or at least that is what you would think if you were to take a look at the charts and see the absolute carnage that has gone on today. In this video, we're going to take a look at the charts surrounding Bitcoin and take a look at a couple of possibilities of where the price could head and whether we are going to drop even further, whether we can see a 3k Bitcoin in the future, or whether we're going to bounce from here and resume and reclaim the $7,000, $8,000 Bitcoin. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, stick around and find out more. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Fez from Bitcoin for Beginners. Thank you very much for joining me for this video. I apologise for the dramatic intro, but you would be forgiven for panic selling today as the market absolutely tanked it. Now this is just a reflection of what is going on across all the financial markets and all over the world at the moment. So in this video we're going to take a look at some of the possible outcomes and price action that we can expect to see that I've derived from the Bitcoin charts. I do want to point out that I am not a financial advisor. Please don't take this as financial advice. These are just my opinions based on my limited understanding of technical analysis. Also, you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. So please think twice before investing anything in crypto. Okay, so that's enough of that spiel. Let's take a look at TradingView. This video was kindly sponsored by Zignally, the crypto trading bot and terminal platform. With Zignally, you can trade whilst you sleep as you make use of their crypto copy trading. This allows users to copy the trades of successful and experienced traders. As well as the crypto copy trading, you can make use of external signal providers. Also, you can connect your TradingView account and use indicators, or make use of their trading terminal and set all of your strategies at once. Zignally are currently integrated with Binance and KuCoin Exchange, with plans to add many more in the very near future. To top it all off, they're offering you a 30-day free trial with absolutely no credit card required. Go and check them out at the end of this video. The link to their website will be included in the video description. Okay, so you can see on the chart that we've cleanly broken below the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. We even dipped a little bit below the historical resistance turn support, but we're now safely trading at just over $6,000. If we can maintain this level and stay above that trend line, then I expect us to range here for a few days. I would expect us to sort of bounce between 6 and 6.5 before breaking above 6.5 and toying with 7. If on a macro scale things get worse, I think it's safe to assume that we can see a break below that support, and hopefully the next level of support is at just under 5,000, so that's $4,950. The same again, if that holds, then I would expect us to range between that support and the resistance. However, unfortunately, the support at 4,900 hasn't really been tested that many times. It's not as strong as the support that we have at 5.7. So I don't think it would stand up to a lot of selling pressure. And once we break below that, or if we break below that, then we can expect to return to the low 3,000. So if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see we have a little bit of a respite from all of that panic selling. If we look at the previous support now turned resistance, we have a potential rally up to about 6,500. I think any break above that range is going to be short-lived, and we will very quickly retrace back to that 5.7 level before bouncing off and maybe taking another run up at 6.5. And when we look at the hourly chart, we can see that that big sell-off cooled off and we had a swept low at 5,700. We've now put in a sweep high at 6,200. And we currently sit roughly about at the midway point on that range. If we use the Fibonacci retracement from the swept low to the swept high, we can see that we are sat bang on the 0.5 range. So here we have a pivotal point in this short-term range. We can bounce off of the 0.5 range and retest 6.2. And what I would expect is a small dip below the 0.5, a very quick push up to 6.2, and then if we can't maintain a level above that, we will very quickly retrace to 5.7. And I think this pattern will repeat over the next couple of days. I expect Monday to be very, very bloody again. I read somewhere today that the CME intend to halt trading tomorrow, so I would expect that to really, really put some very, very strong selling pressure on the cryptocurrency trading markets. And I would expect us to pull back to next support at 4.9. As I previously said, that hasn't been tested particularly often, and I don't really expect it to hold up. I expect to see us dipping down to around the low 3,000 mark. Okay, so I do want to point out that in times like this, it is really easy to get caught up in those minus 20s, minus 30s, minus 40s, minus 50s that we're seeing in the altcoins and with Bitcoin. If we just take a step back and if we look at the weekly chart, we can see that we are still in an upward trend. We could go as far as 4,800 before we hit that upward trend line on the macro scale on the weekly. So just keep yourselves in check. We have had a really nice run, and just think about this as a buying opportunity. Bitcoin isn't dead. The market isn't over, and we should all be considering this as an opportunity to buy cheap Bitcoin. So my opinion on the current state of the market is simply to keep calm and use this opportunity to dollar cost average in. I would never sort of put all in at once. I think there is room for Bitcoin to continue dropping, but do you really want to wait for confirmation of the bottom and miss an opportunity? If all of a sudden we end up surging back up to 8,000, you don't want to be sitting on your hands missing an opportunity to pick up Bitcoin at sub 6k levels. So be sensible, dollar cost average, and just sit on it for 6 to 12 months when we're hitting all-time highs, and then you'll be thanking your lucky stars for the coronavirus coming in and crashing all the markets. So that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you haven't, then you know what to do. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my technical analysis in the comment section below, because I am sure as shit that some of you are going to pick me apart. So absolutely go for it. I would love to hear from you guys. Tell me where your target prices are and where you are going to be buying. I've been Fez for Bitcoin for Beginners. Take care.